Hi there my romantic friends. In this video we're going to mix romance and wine. The perfect combination. I'm going to turn a simple wine bottle into a romantic message. Pretty good, eh? Painting this wine bottle is an easy DIY beginner project. Heck, even I can do it. So in this video I'll show you how I painted this wine bottle. I'll also give you Lisa's surprising reaction once I gave it to her, and also what I've learnt through painting it and how I could have made it better. Or could I? On with the video. First of all, we need to lose the paper labels. I did this by dumping it in a bucket of water overnight, making sure the bottle is totally immersed. Now I know, all bottles are different, but I got lucky with this one. I was able to scrape the label off just using a fingernail, and then following it up with a scouring pad. Super easy. Unfortunately it was raining out, so I had to make my own spray cabinet. I've only sprayed once indoors before, and the overspray took ages to clear up. So I want to keep the spray contained as much as possible. So an empty cardboard box did the trick. Shake well. The paint I've used for this is just ordinary white lacquer paint. It was the cheapest thing I could find. There he goes. It works. To tell you the truth, a lot of spray still came out. I was afraid I was going to get it all over my camera. That would have been a tragedy. First coat looked okay. I then left it to dry. Second coat. That looks much better. Leave to dry again. The next layer I wanted to put on was a pink cloudy effect, and I've used acrylic paints for this. Lots of white and a tiny bit of red. I made a mistake with my last project, the plaster pillow candle holder, where I underestimated the strength and vibrance of acrylic paints. So this time, lots of white and a tiny bit of red to make a lovely pink colour. So I'm doing this with a sponge. I'm avoiding using a paintbrush this time because of all the lines that get left in. I want it to be smooth. Must admit, I've been a bit shocked about the lines that get left in acrylic paint. The only other painting I've done before is just general house painting, you know, doors and windows, where the paint just goes smooth. You can't see the brush marks at all. I've been a bit shocked with acrylic paints. Maybe it's my cheap paints, maybe it's the cheap brushes I'm using, but they don't look too good. So I'm applying the paint with a sponge to get an even coating. And I must admit, I do like the effect. I found a lovely textured sponge. It's the one I used to clean the car with. So I've ripped it into bits and used that. Oh dearie me, can't do the car anymore. So once I've applied the pink cloud effect, I've left it to dry. I'm still not happy about drawing hearts freehand, so I thought I would make a stencil out of masking tape. Luckily, I did a practice run with this one. It didn't go well. I painted over the stencil, then removed it, and the stencil just pulled all the base paint off, revealing the bottle underneath. That did not work at all. So instead, I'm making a paper stencil and I'm going to wrap it all around the bottle and not actually stick it to the bottle itself, just stick it to itself. Even for this, I use stencils of hearts. I really must practice drawing hearts. There we go. Bit of freehand and instant fail. Back to the template. And now to cut them out. I then fitted the stencil to the bottle using sellotape, making sure that none of the sticky tape touched the paint. My plan in my head was to have darker edges leading to lighter centres. Things didn't go to plan. Now, because the paper stencil didn't fit perfect to the bottle, I thought I would brush from the paper onto the bottle and that would give it a crisper line. Unfortunately, it also left brush marks. The second problem I then had was I tried to put a lighter centre to it and it was just smudging and smearing and not going on well, so I left the darker edges to dry. Once dry, I then filled the centres in, but again I wasn't 100% happy with the result. It's still, the edges just didn't blend nicely. Still look good though. So here we can see the brush marks even with using a sponge. Yeah, not what I wanted. So I thought I'd make another template slightly smaller than the original heart, make a nice clean centre colour. It worked, but then I realised it was going to take me days just to do this, to wait for each heart to dry. So I went freehand. It was looking much better now, but I still wasn't happy with the brush marks around the edge. So I thought, right, let's be brave. Let's just paint the edges freehand. Now I'm really happy with the result. And because the project was dragging on a bit, alright, let's go for it. I'll paint the I love you messages. So using the finest pen I've got and black paint, I just went for it. Yeah, scary, not very neat. but I think effective. And I must admit, towards the end, I was getting a little cocky. I was really liking the results. Again, not neat, but not bad. I was saving this wine bottle for a special occasion, but unfortunately, we ran out of wine in and I thought I'll just give it to her because we needed some wine. And when I gave it to her, she just took one look at it, loved it, but says, "We can't open that, it's far too nice." So we didn't, for at least half an hour, and then we went for it. But anyway, it was a great result. Lisa loved it. And I enjoyed making it. It was fun. But could I have made it better? I think what I should have done is lowered my expectations. I wanted everything to be smooth and perfect, like you see in pictures, and that's not what I am. I am rough and ready. I should have just used a brush and left the brush marks in. That makes it much more personal and artistic. Instead of I wanted total smooth and beautiful blending, which is something, you know, you'd buy, which I didn't want. I wanted this to be a personal message. Could I have made it better? Yes. I should definitely not have tried brushing the paint on with the sponge. Dab away. That's my takeaway from this. Dab with a sponge, don't try painting on it. Otherwise, yeah, this is great. Loved it. It could have been neater, but it wouldn't have been me. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've inspired you to paint your own bottle. So go out there and craft your own love message. This is Phil the Romantic Crafter saying, ta-ra for now.